RFK Jr. in the end. Meanwhile, how much is President Trump winning on issues like immigration? He's winning so much that Gavin Newsom is now backwalking an enormous part of his own agenda. He is now proposed scaling back healthcare for illegal immigrants. According to the New York Times, quote, Governor Gavin Newsom on Wednesday called for California to scale back healthcare coverage for undocumented immigrants, help balance the state budget, retrenching on his desire to deliver universal healthcare for all. That move came 2 days after the Trump administration targeted a different state-funded program for immigrants in California and signaled it would continue to scrutinize benefits for undocumented individuals. Again, it's always the New York Times saying undocumented. In a budget presentation on Wednesday, Mr. Newsom proposed increasing the enrollment of undocumented Medi-Cal as soon as in January, so he's backwalking a lot of stuff, which of course is perfectly ridiculous. The man who wants to run a sort of moderate way for the Democratic Party for president. Fascinating to watch him devise all that. Speaking of his home state of California, the Daily Wire on continued discrimination at UCLA Geffen School of Medicine. That's actually where my wife went to medical school. Apparently, according to the Daily Wire, on May 8th, 2025, Do No Harm sued the Geffen School of Medicine for racial discrimination in admissions. The Geffen Dean of Admissions has both publicly and privately said she uses race as a factor in making admissions decision. A white Do No Harm member was unfairly rejected by Geffen despite stellar academic achievements, and whistleblowers described how the Geffen Admissions Committee routinely gives black and Latino applicants pass for subpar metrics, saying that whites and Asians need near perfect scores to even be considered. They continue, by the way, not to produce MCAT scores in response to public records requests. So MCAT scores would be a great way of telling whether there are people getting in who should not be getting in. If there are a bunch of people who aren't getting in with high 30s MCAT scores, there are a bunch of people getting in with 20s MCAT scores, so long as they have the right race, it's obviously racial discrimination. So I would just see that stay in the civil lawsuit. Obviously, this sort of thing is happening in UCLA, School of Medicine, as a violation of the protection clause of the Constitution. The DOJ would step in, so we would stay on top of that case, obviously. Meanwhile, in terms of the biggest news of the last spot, is the bizarre James Bond villain, master of economic reform. It turns out that he made according to the Wall Street Journal, Trump is simply raising exit from the organization and have century ago. After a 2024 investigation by the Wall Street Journal, evidence that a toxic mold trend of a black employee watch all of his by machine learning. By Friday, he went to his audit committee government opening control to super allegations against Schwab and his wife. It says, Schwab violated fire ethics paragraph 6 of the court's audit committee, threatening trustees with an investigation into how they were carrying out their responsibilities. And he specifically stopping trustees from responding formally to accusations. For years, Schwab's improperly intervened in their personal finances, working well and got out of his scandals. Instead, that letter is a letter masked by on Schwab. So again, he and the detective were required to use across the his wife was granted by the Midway as the head of the Horrible Foundation. But it turns out the company was intermingling funds because there were allegations that was private flights, for example, he was having enormous needs associated with it and all the rest. So it is really on the ground that all of this is now backfiring on us Schwab. And one of the ranking biggest small time, he basically promotion to pay top of dollars is now falling apart. Behind the scenes, pensions ran by in August 2020, trustees, Schwab defended the policies of what created for his commercial companies, taking entrepreneurial and financial risk of creating, are now publicly celebrating as a self-made billionaire.
Last play of the game. What a wild, wild finish to this game. Oh, I had him too. Look at that. Someone's Wow. What a game.
Meanwhile, brand new poll shows the Democratic Party saying the Democratic Party is being the Democrats. AOC, according to a new poll taken by coefficients from May 7th to May 9th, 26% of those surveyed say that no one is the base of the Democratic Party, but 26% say that it's outside the class. Bernie Sanders is 12%.
It was like, what, 10-yard line when they threw it?
Of the Democratic Party. And either Bernie or AOC is the base of the Democratic Party. Bernie's not running. Doesn't strip that support over to AOC. So, theoretically, we talk upward of 30% support for AOC in 2008. That is a disaster for all these other candidates. And it shows how wildly to the left the Democratic Party is swinging. Meanwhile, AOC continues to posture for the Democrats. She had running in Congress the other day after Representative Brandon Hubbard accused AOC of grandstanding for the campaign.
Finally, I'm getting at least some rushes. Some rushing yards. Here we go. I didn't see it. Schwartz, I never even threw to him. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, he was right. But will Democrats be able to escape that? It's going to be difficult to see how Democrats escape the AOC juggernaut that is coming. Meanwhile, amidst all of this economic uncertainty, one consistent winner has been gold. I've talked about this before. Obviously, Birch Gold is one of our big sponsors here at the Ben Shapiro Show. I, full disclosure, personally invest with Birch Gold. Philip Patrick, the precious metal specialist and spokesman for Birch Gold Group, he joins us right now to discuss the status of the American dollar and where we are. Philip, thanks for taking the time.
Thanks for having me, Ben.
So let's talk about the status of the dollar right now. There's been a significant amount of de-dollarization over the course of the last couple of months, but it's been going on for years at a time. First of all, why don't we talk about what that means? Why is the
It's very important. It gives the U.S. what's called exorbitant privilege, right? It's allowed cheap borrowing thanks to huge global demand for our dollars, massive control over global financial flows. In essence, the U.S. has the veto power over any nation.
Oh, man, the Colts are out this year. That's right.
So I think it's hard to overstate how important global reserve currency status is. It underpins our economic, diplomatic, and I think military power worldwide.
And so let's talk about the status of the dollar, given the fact that there's a lot of economic uncertainty.